Hello. Welcome to Confidence Live, guys. It's me, Trisha Campbell, plus size supermodel, confidence, body image, and model coach. Happy Model Monday. I know I'm normally here in the morning, but it has been like really busy doing coaching, of course, model coaching, confidence coaching, and doing my beloved fit modeling with my juicy, nice clients that I am still a fit model for, virtual fittings. If you need those virtual fittings, you know where to find me. Yeah. For all my lovely clothing clients, bra clients. Yes, I am still a model, still doing fittings, doing all of that. Yes, so you guys know how to reach me. My LinkedIn people, you could normally find me more on LinkedIn for virtual fittings if you need my contact over there and all of that. So it's so good seeing everyone. And of course, we have a juicy topic tonight. Of course, it's night. Hello, my South African queens. I'm sorry. I know it's super uber late for you guys, my ladies in Australia. I know it's like what, early in the morning over there and China and Hong Kong and all over the world. Hello for those who are watching. Welcome again to Confidence Live with me, plus size supermodel Trisha Campbell, confidence, body image, and model coach. And it is a Model Monday, so we're gonna talk about a topic that we collaborate with these professionals all the time. And I'm speaking to you on this topic from a model's point of view, okay? Been a model for 20 something years, doing runway, commercial print, editorial fashion, virtual fit modeling, in person fit modeling, also e-commerce, all of that. So I have a wide range of the types of modeling that I've done. Informal modeling, where you're in the store, you're modeling outfits in a store with customers coming up asking you questions about the garments, all of that. And I also do digital influencing too, and collaborations with other content creators. So that's pretty much my experience coming from to you to talk about this topic. So the topic is 7 alarming things. Yeah, let's make sure. Let's do let me know where y'all coming in from, of course. Let me know where y'all coming in from. If you're watching this on the replay, I know it's dinner time, gotta get the kids together, all of that. And maybe you're doing a workout, I'm not sure, but replay. And just want to make sure that you guys could hear me, see me, and all of that, because this is some gems I'm going to be dropping, of course. And to all my confidence queens in my private Facebook group, I see you. I just want to congratulate one of my grads from my 90-day one-on-one program, Confidence Queen, Sabina. She is going to be in the Miss Caribbean Full Figured USA pageant. I'm super excited for her. This is a young lady that took a chance on herself, of course, believed in herself, did her work. I worked with her for a couple months. It's 3 months. And she's shining, beaming. She's a model, a beauty pad, and now she's a beauty queen, of course. And she's gonna be in that amazing contest. So shout out to her, and we'll definitely cheer her on. Definitely. If you're not in my private Facebook group yet, come on in, come on over. I'm gonna put the link to that where you could join, where we celebrate each other. And of course, I give a little more tips and tricks and all those amazing things and motivational stuff to keep you going. Yes, definitely. So let me know if you could see me and you could hear me, guys. I am doing a check here. Let's see. I don't know. I don't see. Oh no, what's going on tonight? Okay, I don't see. I see you guys there. Not sure what's going on here on this side. So sorry, ladies. I don't think I am live in the group, but I'm definitely live on my personal page. So I'll share it with you guys. I've been noticing something is going wrong with that. And my LinkedIn people, I know, yeah, we're live right now on YouTube. Yes, but not sure what's going on with the private Facebook group. Okay, all right, let's continue. Yes. So tonight, 7 alarming things you must know before hiring a photographer. And if you hire the wrong photographer, it could cost you a lot of money. As a model, I've spent over maybe $15,000, $20,000 over the years, maybe even more than that, 30,000 on photographers. And a good photographer can make you, or a bad one can really break you. And a good one can really help you in your career. So, number one thing that you need to know before you hire a photographer is you have to know, do they shoot your body type? Do they know how to shoot a plus size model? Do they know how to shoot a straight size model? Do they know how to shoot kids? Do they know how to, you all know, I also coach brides too on how to take their photos and all of that. What category are they really, is their expertise? Because and of course you have to know what type of photography you want also. So do you want your photography to look more commercial? Maybe you're going for more commercial modeling. And I want to thank everyone for OMG for all the thanks that you guys have given me on my digital commercial video commercial. I think tomorrow might be the last day that they're showing it in Penn Station. Yeah, it's just amazing. And I'm super humble, super thankful to God. And of course, my agent, CESD. Thank you all so much. It was an amazing set, amazing vibe, great people to work with. And the outcome came out great. And Signa, I'm just hopefully that knowing that you guys are happy with the outcome. I mean, it looked amazing, amazing work. Yes. So shout out to the photographers, makeup artists, stylists, stylists. We all look so cool and so rad in the ad. So shout out to everyone, the cinematographers, the videographers. I mean, everybody, the photographers. Whoa, it looked awesome, awesome. And my booking agent, thank you so much. Yes. So yeah, back to number one. So you have to make sure they know, hey, they shoot the type of photography that you really need to use for your portfolio, or to get an agency, or to do what you need to do, right? So that's number one. Number two is, of course, price. Yeah, we need to know how much you're charging, right? You need to know how much they're charging. Let me make sure you guys can hear me. Yeah, okay. You need to know what they are charging. What are they going to charge you for this photography, right? Is it, some photographers charge by looks? So uh do you want 4 looks? Do you want 3 looks? Is it 2 looks? So you have to find out from them how much they charge. It doesn't really go by looks, but like they would say, okay, it's $50 per look. No, it's normally the rate of maybe $350, maybe that's 3 looks. A really expensive photographer, maybe 4 looks will be like $2,500 or $1,000. But sometimes that includes hair and makeup and maybe a light styling. So if it's like in the thousand, like $1,000, it should normally include that. Or if not, if it's a high driven photographer, like, the photographer is up there, the photographer does not really do tests anymore. A test is where it's just photography for that model. It's not for a magazine, it's not for work or anything. It's just for your portfolio, and they probably could use it for their portfolio too. That's what a test is. Some photographers they work with agencies and they test models just to keep practicing, keep their books fresh. Sometimes you could get that for free, but do not quote me on that. Sometimes you can do that. But number two, before, these are seven things you must know before hiring a photographer, and that's number two, the price. Know what you're getting into. Maybe you need to speak to, if for younger models, I know sometimes you got to speak to your parents about it, someone who's going to help you to pay for it and all that stuff. So you want to make sure you get all the information. Okay, so number three, what is the photographer's style, right? And we kind of went over this. What's the photographer's style? Because in modeling, of course, there's so many different styles. You have to know as a model what category you're going after, right? I am a very versatile model, so I have several different cards, right? I am a lingerie model, so I have, like, of course, this is called a beauty shot. That's a beauty shot, right? And of course, I do a lot of lingerie. So this is a lingerie zip card, like comp card, zip card. Yeah. And then I do a lot of sportswear too. So I have, like, sports going on there and a nice, strong beauty shot in the front, right? So you have to know the type of photography. This is more influencer vibe. She's on the beach, she's feeling amazing, all that stuff. What type of photography? This is more like high fashion editorial beauty shot here. And this one is like more like a easy campaign, e-com type cover type thing. So you really need to know, like, what category are you going to be doing, like commercial, like you see the digital commercials that I just did on that campaign. So for that type of stuff, they want you bare, not a lot of makeup, just easy going. Your hair, your afro, if you're a black model, mixed model, they love the curly mix hair. That is just a win-win-win when you're doing commercial print and commercials. They love that. Yeah, for a Caucasian model, just nice flowy hair, tossed, of course, or in a ponytail. You could never go wrong with a ponytail also. So you have to know the photographer's style too. And what type of modeling you need, right? Whether it's editorial, commercial. And if all of this stuff does sound like, oh my God, it's way over my head, DM me, we could discuss it. This is why I'm a model coach. I could help you to clarify that before you spend all this money and go do this wild, edgy commercial, this wild, edgy editorial, high fashion stuff. And you should really be doing commercial print, right? Or editorial print. You're confused, you don't know which category you're in. Or maybe you should be doing stuff versus the e-commerce, right? And e-commerce is when you go on a website, you see those models, just it's you're posing, but it's not like high fashion where she's a versus, so you have to know all those categories. And before you hire a photographer, because you could waste a lot of money. Yeah, because a high end, you would want to hire a really amazing makeup artist, high end editorial shots. You want to hire a pretty good makeup artist, pretty good hairstylist, and a fashion stylist, that everything looks polished and everything's looks amazing. Let me give you a quick story. So when I first started modeling, of course, y'all know I'm Jamaican. So I would come with my spiky nails, my different color hair. And I was in fashion school. So I thought I knew it all. Like, I would go on set, and first, my agent, I needed a comp card for fit modeling. And I went and did this high fashion photography and card. And it was a total waste of money because I was not ready for that type of category of modeling yet. Yeah, so it was kind of crazy. Yeah. So you got to make sure you know the category of modeling that you're right for. So this is where I come in. I could help you to really navigate which lane you want to get into, right? So that is number 3. Number 4 is, what's the process? Like what's the photographer's process? So if you're just joining, hit the replay. Tonight's topic is 7 alarming things you must know before hiring a photographer. And number 6 will definitely blow your mind. So stick and stay right here. So number 4, what's like the process, right? So number 1, you want to know if there's going to be a makeup artist included. Number 2, you want to know if there's a hairstylist included that's going to be on set, or is there going to be a fashion stylist, right? And number 2 is what that was number 3. So you want to know if all those 3 people will be included in your photo shoot. Hey, how are you? Good evening. Good evening. We're switching up the time tonight. Yes, normally I'm here in the morning, but I had a whale of a day, girl. How's your day going? Yes, thanks for stopping by. Yes. So, yeah, you want to know the photographer's process. Like, is the price included a makeup artist and a hairstylist and stylist, right? If not, then you're gonna have to research and find a hairstylist and a makeup artist. Sometimes if you're already with an agency, the agent themselves sometimes will even help you go shopping. I know some agents do that. Back in the days, a lot of agencies do that. They're like, okay, let's go shopping together and all of that, because they know what the clients are looking for. They know the type of pictures that need to be on your comp card to get you booked. At the end of the day, it's all about what the clients want, meaning maybe Target, maybe Louis Vuitton, Fenty. What are they looking for from a model on a comp card? The agents know. So they'll probably sometimes go shopping with you, or they'll have a consultant in the office who will say, okay, this is the look that we need. It's like they're creating your brand, right? So if you don't know already what clients you want to gear yourself to, you have to learn. And for those models who do not have an agency, it is smart to get some counseling, get some mentoring, get some coaching, because you're going to lose a lot of money spending ridiculous money on unnecessary things with photographers that it's not gonna catapult your career or help you in your modeling career, right? So that is number 4. Know the process, right? And again, it goes back to the type of modeling that you're going for. Is it e-commerce? Is it commercial print? Is it runway? Is it high fashion editorial? What is it? Is it influencing? You're a content creator, all of that, because that's another side of modeling too. So a lot of content creators, influencers, they need great photography too to put into their pitch list to send to a lot of brands. So that's a whole other category too, right? So number 4 is yes, and you're doing branding too, right? So these things are just it's just so important. Yes, it's very important. And if you don't know these things before you hire a photographer, you could lose a lot of money. Oh yeah, I've done that through the years. I wish I had someone to help me and say, listen, yeah, you get inspired. So, oh, did I finish telling y'all my story? Um yeah, so I would go in and I'm telling you, my here would be like red hair, purple hair. I have like a long ass weave looking like Sarah Fawcett, all this stuff. And I'm coming and I'm telling my agent I want to do commercial print. Like, you can't have all this toss glam looking here. If I want to do runway high fashion, like with like the Naomi's and the Alicias and all these supermodels on the runway, then some straight long hair is good. Yeah. So you have to know what category you are in. And I'm not telling you you only could be in one category. No, you could be in a couple categories if you want, right? You could totally do that. But it takes time to do that, because as models we are chameleons, we are muses. Like for me, I could look like just a natural lady walking down the street, or I could look like a high fashion runway model on the runway. Like I know how to change it up. And I just want to say to models, influencers, and ambassadors, and all of that, when these brands sometimes work with you and these designers work with, they want you to look a certain way. Like uh the other day I was doing a job and my hair was like, so I was like, oh my God, I want my hair in a ponytail. Like, don't, whoa, 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 whoa. Don't be like a diva. Like, I can't wear my hair like that. I can't cut my hair. I can't do this, can't do that. No, you are hired to represent that company and to look a certain way how they want you to look. If you're an influencer, content creator, you have more fluidity, you have more expression on how you want your brand to look. You brand yourself, right? I'm known for my pink, I'm known for color and all that stuff. But when I'm working with a particular brand, like for modeling, say Yves Saint Laurent, they hire me, like I can't go up in there with my bright lipstick and my bright makeup and whatever. It's whatever their stylist or their creative director wants. So always remember that, guys. You have to be a muse and you have to be flexible, right? That kind of went off in a little tangent a little bit, but I'm going to talk about that too, probably in another live, right? Where, successful models, the ones who are successful, they are flexible. They're muses, right? When I work with Oprah Winfrey as our stand-in, one of the top secrets that they loved about me was that, oh my God, Trisha is so flexible. She could have her hair in a ponytail. She could have a straight wig on, a curly wig, like, and change it up. Like, no photographer has the time to be like, okay, I'm going to wait 2 hours for you to get your hair done and all of that. Nobody has that crazy time to waste, right? Yes. Oh, yes. Yes, tangent. I know, tangent. Yes. Okay, so number 5, you want to know the delivery time, right? So this is 7 alarming things you must know before hiring a photographer. And one of the things that you should know before you hire a photographer is, whether a fashion photographer or wedding photographer, especially wedding photographers, you need to make sure how long it will take to get your photos, your professional photos, and do you get to pick from the shots, or will they pick it? Some people are not fussy like that, where, like, for me as a model, I don't have the time to go through all the films sometimes. So depending on the type of photographer, and I really trust my photographers and love them, yes, I normally just let them pick like the good ones, and then they retouch it. And then you have to know also how much pictures you will get. If it's 4 looks, maybe you'll get like 2 retouch, 1 from each look, something like that. So all of that you have to find out, right? So you want to make sure the delivery time. And for my wedding, for my brides and stuff, I know sometimes it gets bridezilla, but after the wedding, you definitely want to see your professional photos, and especially if you're doing engagement photos too, you want that to come out way before your wedding. Like sometimes some photographers, they take so long. And does it include video and stills, right? So you want to make sure all of that. So that is number 5, right? The delivery time. Make sure the delivery time. Yeah, that's super important, right? Okay, so number 5. This one will definitely blow your mind. So, of course, 7 things you want to know before you hire that photographer is do some research, do some poking around, see what agencies or what magazines or what work this photographer has done. See who this photographer knows, right? I mean, it's just a natural thing, natural chemistry. Like when you go to meet a photographer or when you're on set, just kind of find out, oh, hey, who can you recommend me to? Like you are in the business, you're working every day. Hey, Rick. Rick is one of the top photographers who definitely shoot plus size models. And remember, that's number one, the number one thing that you need to know. What categories does the photographer shoot in? What's their expertise? And I've shot with Rick before, got some amazing photos. Those photos are still living on. It's getting me bookings. Yes, 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 Rick. So thanks for coming on. Right? Everything in writing. Yes, that's a good one. Everything in writing. That covers the photographer and it covers you as a model, influencer, content creator, also for my brides, especially for my brides. This is one of the most important times in your life. You do not want to just have a word of mouth. Good point, Rick. Good point. You do not just want to have a word of mouth where the photographer's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to show up at 10 and you're there. Your wedding starts at 12. You're supposed to get your pre-photos going and everything. Photographer is not there yet. The delivery time, okay, maybe a week after you're supposed to see your pictures, you don't hear from the photographer, nothing. No, that is like super, super duper scary. That was a good point, Rick. Thanks for joining with that and letting us know. Reach out to Rick, guys, for all my curvy plus fabulous models, or you want to get into modeling, or you just need some nice, amazing, beautiful goddess photos. Yeah, Rick is definitely an amazing photographer. Thank you for that, Rick. Yes. So of course, this one is I said it's gonna blow your mind. Find out who the photographer knows. Like, okay, say, you want to do like a Chevrolet commercial and stuff like that. Find out like which photographers work on those commercials. Like whether it's a video photography or still photography, and gear yourself to those photographers. Yeah, that's like, you got to get in there. You got to get in there. So yeah, I leave my contracts. Wait, I live by my contract. Saves a lot of headaches and sets the expectations. Yes. And it makes you a lot more professional. Of course, when you do that on your end, Tariq, I'm sure it cover a lot of bases. Definitely, of course. And so we're on number 5. So like Rick, he is a seasoned photographer, and he's gonna tell you who, you're just starting out as a model and you don't know anything, hiring the right photographer can really help your career, right? Because he or she, as a photographer, is in the business. They know who is who, like who is the magazine editors, who are the some of the art directors from some of these big box stores. They could recommend you because a lot of them work with these companies already. And if they feel like, oh, wow, she is a star, she is amazing in front of the camera, they can recommend you. And they also know a lot of the modeling agencies too. So if you're looking into getting to an agency, you can talk to the photographer. And first of all, if you have that potential, and I must say this, and I'm going to say this, especially coming from a professional plus size model, Not every woman who is plus size and beautiful is a model. I'm going to repeat it again. Not because you're plus size and you're beautiful, people tell you you're beautiful. Oh, yeah, you could be a model. No, 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 no. You definitely, not everybody who is plus size and pretty or straight size and pretty is a model. So always remember that too. You have to know your why you're doing it, and learn your angles and all this stuff too. Going off on a tangent again, but we'll talk about that on another day. On another day. But yeah, so that is number 5, and yeah, that could get you in some serious doors. If you and the photographers make models. All these top supermodels, without the photographers, they are no one, right? The cinematographers, videographers, and photographers, we love them because without them, we are nothing as models. Yeah, for that is definitely for sure. Yes. Rick says modeling is a job and you must work to get better at your craft. Yes, Rick. So that's putting a bonus number in my head also. These are 7 alarming things you must know before hiring a photographer. And I must say, you got to know your craft. And that's where, woohoo, like coaches like me come in. Yeah, there's several other coaches out there too. I know there's Jeannie Ferguson. She does the runway portion. I do more the print and all of that. And also, you have to know how to pose at the top of the runway, right? You can't just walk and you're gone. How is the photographer gonna get your shot at the top of the runway? So all these things you have to learn. And even for modeling in nature, maybe the sun is in your eyes, there's different ways how to cheat, how to have your eyes positioning and all this stuff. But that's off on a tangent. That's another thing. But this is why I love coaching, because when you get in front of that photographer, when you do your coaching, you know the craft, you know what you're doing. The photographer does not have to keep saying chin down, head up, lean back. You are just moving. You're moving so fluid, you know what you're doing, right? So before you go and spend all this money and you're like, the photographer doesn't have time to teach you what to do. A lot of photographers are nice, and they'll show you, of course, because it is their work, but it's not their responsibility to teach you how to model. So always remember that, right? So number 6, we did number 6, what agencies they work with, and all of that. That could definitely help you. What agencies they could recommend you to. And it is definitely a misconception that you have to live in Milan, Paris, New York, California to be a model. With digital virtual modeling now, you could be anywhere in the world, of course, and still model. Like I travel a lot and I'm still working, of course, all over the place. So don't let anybody tell you that, right? And oh yeah, so that's a whole other thing. So number 7, of course, yes, Rick, tell them, get a coach. I'm ready to shoot once we are on set. There you go, because that's another thing. I've worked with so many photographers all over the years, and as Rick can tell you, listen, this is a business. Everybody's here to make money. Everybody's here to have fun and to achieve what they came to achieve, which is great photos that you can use to make even more money. You don't want to go in and you have these photos and you can't make any more money with it, because we're spending money. You spend money to make money. This is a business, right? So once you have your coach, you know what you're doing, the shoot will go much faster and you will feel more relaxed. I see so many models who are so stiff in front of the camera. They're so anxious, they're fearful, they just don't know where to move, and the camera never lies. Can we say that, Rick? The camera picks up everything. So if your hand is stiff, see that, versus this, right? Like, and your eye is stiff, right? They're smizing, which is that, versus deer in the headlights. So, there's just different things that you have to learn. It's just best to learn it before you go in front of the camera with a photographer, especially a professional photographer. Because guess what? You are not the only model in his universe or her universe. They normally have to shoot maybe 2 to 3 to 4 models the same day. Or if you're working on a campaign together, this is when you're booked now and you're working on a campaign and they're shooting 2 3 models together. You have to have that confidence, that model confidence, because when the other models start posing and moving and doing their thing and you're just standing there like, what's next? And the photographer keeps saying, okay, head up, chin down, twist your hip that way, put your hip this way. It is downright time consuming and annoying. And I've seen where models have been sent home on set because they don't know what they're doing, especially in e-commerce, where you have to put on a lot of clothes. 1, 2, 3, rapid, 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 pop, 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 and 1, 2, 3, and you get the shot. Right? So you don't want that to be you. So if you don't want that to be you and you want to get rebooked and know what you're doing, hire a coach, right? And so that is that was what, number 6. I'm so mixed up right now because we're going off in so many tangents. But yes, big up Rick. Thank you so much for joining. So the last one. And we're talking about 7 alarming things you must know before hiring a photographer. Of course, what's the payment process? What's the payment process? Some photographers, they take a down payment before they even look at you. Okay? No. They're going to look at you. I'm joking. But a lot of photographers take a down payment, maybe a couple weeks or maybe a month, just to hold your spot, to know that you're serious. So you need to find that out. Is a down payment required? Is it 50% before? Is it 20%? So you know what you're working with. Because remember, again, from number 3, you got to know the process, right? Do you have to also hire a makeup artist? Do you have to hire a hairstylist, a fashion stylist for your type of shoot? So you want to make sure the payment process is right. So some photographers take a deposit, some don't. Some want their payment right after the shoot is over, right? So you got to know, okay, am I paying a photographer yes, you're paying the photographer. Am I paying my photographer after, and my hairstylist and my makeup artist and my stylist after? As I said, you don't always have to have a fashion stylist, but it is recommended to have a fashion stylist. It's not all about you. It depends. It depends on what look you're going for and all of that. I'm going to give you a bonus for a lot of the new models who are just starting out, because I know all this stuff is it's a lot to take in, but the payment process, they take, of course, hey, Zelle, Venmo, Cash App. I don't know if Rick is still here. He could tell y'all about how he does his payment plan thing, how he takes his payment. Some of them maybe will do a payment plan. And of course, you have the tests for free too. Like if you're in an agency that works with a certain photographer, sometimes you could get that, but that's not guaranteed. You need to pay for your test, and it's recommended as a model to test every 6 months or every 4 months. So you want to just, get that practice and get in alignment. When you do that, I'm telling you, you're going to make your money back. You're going to get booked. And everything is just gonna work out right. So it was so good hanging out with y'all. Thanks for joining. I know I went off on a tangent a little bit, but I just want to make sure that this is clear. So before you hire a photographer, these are 7 alarming things you need to know. Don't go and waste your money. This is one thing, I wish I had when I started modeling, because I wasted a lot of money. I would do these crazy shoots because I was in fashion school. So I was like, okay, everybody wants that slick back, colors on the eyebrows, bright color clothes. No. So so as a model, of course, I'll just show you guys from my card, one of my cards. So did Rick shoot this? Rick, I think you shot this. I don't remember this one. I think you did. Yes. So, see, this is the payment process. This is from Rick D. Jones, and it's 50% non-refundable retainer. The balance is due 1 week prior to the shoot date. Okay. All right now. Okay. So you got to make sure you have your funds together. And listen, this is a business, right? So you have to make sure you have all your ducks in a row and ready to be serious and to work with your photographer, right? And yeah, if you need to reschedule, there's a small rescheduling fee because time is money. I love it, Rick. This is okay. I'm going to keep that up there for a minute. I'm going to keep that up there. That is what I'm talking about, right? And as I said, some photographers charge 1,500, 1,005, maybe 325. I don't even know if that exists anymore. So don't quote me on that. But yeah, I even know a photographer who charges $2,000. I mean, she is a very high-end photographer, and I mean, on location. Sometimes if you want stuff that's on location versus in studio, that could be more money and all of that too. So you have to know all of these things before you hire your photographer, right? No, I didn't shoot those on for. Oh yeah, you didn't. Yeah, you didn't shoot those. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, I chat with so many photographers, I forget. Yes. So, all right. So the bonus one that I'm gonna tell you guys. Okay, you're confused. You're like, oh, I just started modeling, right? So what you could do is for all categories of modeling, if you want to get into fit modeling, e-commerce, fashion modeling, like runway stuff, you could definitely do a card kind of like this, right? But this will be the beauty shot. My nails are disgusting, guys. Sorry. The beauty shot would be not so intense, right? Your beauty shot will be a little more smiley, right? Because you're just coming in fresh. You don't want to be like too, as they say, edgy, right? You don't want to be doing all of that. So you have a beauty shot. This is called a beauty shot. This is a beauty shot, right? Beauty shot, right? So this is a little more like feminine glamour type thing. It's more high fashiony a little bit, if you want to call it that. And this is just like still a little high fashion, but the hair slicked back with the lashes and all of that. So those are different beauty looks that you could do. And of course, you want, like, if the photographer is doing 4 looks on you, you want that beauty look, right? You want to show your physique. So you want to do a swimwear or a lingerie, right? If you want to work more with lingerie companies, you have a great body for lingerie, you feel comfortable in lingerie, you could do a lingerie shot or a swim shot. I'm more of a swim model. So I do both. I do lingerie. I'm very versatile. So you do a soft lingerie. And yeah, I'm gonna have to have another live on talking about how to model and look classy and amazing in your lingerie and your swimsuit without looking vulgar or looking too over the top, because you're selling to women, you're not selling to men, right? So that's the swimsuit shot. You have a swimsuit or a lingerie, and then you're gonna have like a nice casual dress, maybe a cocktail dress, or and you could do an evening cocktail or evening. So you could do 3 looks or you could do 4 looks. So those are the basics right there. You could do in studio. You can mix it up a little bit. This shot, let's see, these are in studio. So this is an in studio. See where it's just like a plain background. I think the magazine that this was in, they put that background on it. But you could have in studio shots, right, or on location. And I think natural lighting is so amazing. So those are some more lives that we're gonna have. How to model in studio versus outside lighting and all that amazing stuff. So yeah, it was so good seeing you guys. Thank you guys for coming on. My confidence queens, my models, photographers, my photographers, I love you guys so much. And I just want these models to know your worth, of course, before they hire you guys. They have their knowledge before they come in and do some crazy stuff. And then they blame you guys when nothing works out for them, right? It's not cool when you start to blame your photographer. Oh, I spent all this money and nothing, and the pictures don't look right and all that. But did you do your research? Did you make sure you know about at least these 7 alarming things before you hire a photographer? Did you know what to do, right? The questions to ask and all of the things that you're gonna need. So if these are some things that you're confused about, yes, I am the coach, I am the mentor. DM me, or you could just book a session with me. I'm gonna put my link to my one-on-one session where it's one session. We could just bolt out whatever you need to know about all this stuff, and yeah, we could have some fun, and we could definitely make some money. Yeah, because it's all about it's a business. Love you too, and keep sharing great information to models and Asperma. You are welcome. Yes, my photographer. I have to have one of my beloved photographers on to really speak about certain things that they are looking for and what they want to work with models. So yeah, I'll talk to Rick probably, and we'll do I'll interview him on his story too, because his story is so rad. All right, guys. So I will see you. Let's end it with a pose off. We gotta do some pose off. Oh my God, where is the music?